Alright, this is take two because first one I just kept rambling on. I just gotta get that warm up going. Well, what's up, tech junkies? My name is JD and welcome back to the channel from JDTechGear, where if you want to see more PC knowledge, setup design, creation, and also tech reviews and unboxings and everything in between, consider subscribing to the channel and becoming part of the Tech Junkie family. So today I want to address on which type of desk you should be going with for your setup. I feel like not a lot of people actually think about this, or they do subconsciously and decide which one they want. But what's really the pros and cons to each type of desk that you want for your setup? I would be curious as to know why or which situation this works out best for me. So I'm going to bring that for you guys. So I did some research. I really thought about what really works in my room, because I have a straight desk and also a corner desk. And they work for... my phone went off, sorry. And they work for different reasons. So for the sake of this video, we're only going to keep it with L desks and straight desks. There's U desks and corner desks that have like that rounded corner. So we're just going to go with that, and that's what most people use, and I want to keep the video concise. So yeah, what's the pros and cons to a L-shaped desk? Well, it's more space efficient. It's utilizing the space inside your room. If you don't have room for a straight desk, if your room is kind of small, you might want to look into using a corner desk, which is what I use. It's most space efficient, and it still keeps my room nice and wide open. And those are all things to consider with placement of your desk and how it's going to affect the rest of your room. Also, you can't really just put it in the middle of the room because then it wouldn't be utilizing its efficiency, which is meant to be in a corner. So with that being said, it's only meant for the corners of your room, so it's not as versatile as where you can put it. But most rooms have corners. If you have a circular room, obviously this wouldn't apply to you. And if you do, send me a picture, because that's pretty awesome if you have a circular room. Anyways, moving on. For L desks, it's easy to make them for productivity. If you have one side of the desk used for one function and you have this side of the desk used for another function, then that can really increase productivity. If you have your printer and whatnot over here, then that's going to make it a lot easier and more accessible and within arm's reach of things, and also file cabinets and whatnot. If it's really used for productivity, I think this is where it excels. Yeah, you can use it for gaming, that's plenty fine, but I see more of a functionality out of productivity for it. I have the L-shaped desk, and right now it's used for productivity, but personally I would be going with the straight desk. More on that in a little bit. So some cons or drawbacks to the L desk would be like if you want to use symmetry. Of course, you can be in the corner. If you sit in the corner, you have a monitor over here and a monitor over here, and you have everything else symmetrical. It's kind of hard to work with to make it symmetrical. You can do it, definitely, but it's definitely hard to do that. Also, you would be facing a corner at just the wall. I mean, that usually happens anyways with desks, but just a corner is kind of, boring. It's hard to make it look minimalistic as well, because it can look really cluttered too. It's easy for it to look cluttered because there's so much going on. It's more of a complex shape, and having stuff on it, regardless of what you do with it, it's easy for it to look really cluttered, and it's hard to achieve that minimalistic look. It's achievable, but it's just a little bit more difficult than using a straight desk. So moving on to the straight desk, what are the pros and cons here? So if your room has room for a straight desk, use it, unless you just want the corner desk for the productivity, which is where I think it really excels. For the straight desk, you're looking for pure functionality, just minimalistic kind of look, and it can be placed wherever you want. The placement is a lot more versatile with this than it is with a corner desk. Having a corner desk set in the middle of the room kind of defeats its own purpose. With a straight desk, you can do that. You can face a window, you can face the wall, you can face it wherever, but you just need a span of space that's wide open enough for it, and that's why it's not as space efficient as the corner desk, where it utilizes where most things can't be used. So symmetry is really easy with the desk. You can have your monitors right here, you can have your speakers over here, you can have your PC over on that side, your headphones over here. You can achieve that minimalistic look and have it look a lot less cluttered, and you would have a lot easier of a time doing that than you would with a corner desk. Also, a big thing with a straight desk is that it's a lot easier to work with cable management, in my opinion. With a corner desk, you have to hide cables around the around the desk. If you have any sort of electronics on the other side and you have a PC on the other side, you really got to think about where you're putting these things and where the cords are going, because some cords are just not long enough to wrap around the entire corner of the desk, thus making it a lot harder to work with when you have a bunch of different cords you're working with, like me. There have been several occasions where I've had to buy aftermarket cords for different electronics so that it could fit with my setup, and even then I still have problems with some cords not being long enough. So which one do I recommend for gaming? Well, it kind of depends. If your room only allows you to have one or the other, then you have to go with that. But if I personally had a choice, I would go with a straight desk. You can still fit a lot on a straight desk, but it can still look a lot less cluttered. And especially with gaming, you can have your speakers set up perfectly so you have the optimal sound placement, I guess, and you can also have your monitors perfectly symmetrical and everything else. When everything works in symmetry, it works really well with gaming, and I feel like that's really the best option. Obviously, an L desk can be used for gaming. There's nothing wrong with that. Both can be easily used for gaming, but if you're going for that minimalistic look, like I've said like 100 times already, and you want to be a gamer, then I really recommend using this. Especially as a gamer, you have a lot of different equipment and you also have a lot of cords. It's a lot easier to manage those cables with the straight desk. So yeah, those are some reasons why I would choose the straight desk over the corner desk for gaming, and productivity or for the L-shaped desk. Yeah, there's a lot to consider with your desk. It's not really something people address due to the fact that you just kind of expect to have a desk, but the shape of the desk can influence a lot of different things with your setup and design and your overall room or layout. So those are some things to consider when choosing a desk. So I hope you guys find this informational, helpful, and hopefully helps you, decide on what kind of desk you're going with, or maybe upgrade in the future. So if you do, leave a thumbs up on the video. It only takes like 2 seconds. It really helps me out. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. If you want to see more tech reviews, unboxings, PC knowledge, setup design and creation, and everything in between, consider subscribing and becoming a part of the Tech Junkie family. Yes, we are family, and I want you to make yourself feel at home. Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family.
Alright, so yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.